What's up, Color Me Trans? It's your boy Aiden, your Thursday guy. So we're here to talk about, obviously, as you've heard from our past two gentlemen, the hatred and negativity that transpires within the transgender community, specifically trans men. Now, I know you've heard their points. I know you've heard why and how some of the reasons why other trans men, hate on or project negativity towards other trans men. And I'm just here to say that, point blank period, none of it is right. Now, I just want to talk about the different type of trans men in the community that do project the type of negativity and hatred that goes on. You have I'm gonna call them, for the sake, the regulars, the people who are just innocent bystanders living their lives, just trying to make it in this world. A lot of their insecurities get projected onto others by negativity. So they love to judge another trans man. There's no such thing as a life that's better than yours. Okay? There's nothing wrong with being confident in yourself. If you know you're handsome, if you know you're fine, if you know you're any other adjective that's describing you, your aesthetic looks, that's fine. But don't put someone else down. If you're already confident in yourself, you're not even thinking about comparing yourself to another big one that I have seen, and a lot of people probably won't talk about it because they hold these people to high standards in the community, is the activists, trans individual activists. Now, people will probably have their own notions. No, they're not. They're perfect. They're our idols. We look up to them. Blah blah blah. Okay, that's perfect. That's fine, and that is exactly why that you're going to be held more accountable than anyone else, because you are perpetuating yourself as someone who knows the right. You have an individual who is an activist in the community, strongly involved, has deep roots, has deep connections in, but still feels the need to judge others or talk down on others who are not wanting to follow in the same path as them. No one's life journey experience is going to be the same. Just because your passion is in the activism of our community doesn't mean that the next person needs to share or has the same passion as you. That doesn't make them any less of a person than who they are. You're not better than anyone else. Again, I'm going to say that just because you may know more, you may do more, you may show more, you may say more, doesn't make you any better than the next person. Okay? No one is better than anyone. I'm not better than you. You're not better than me. You may be better at something. I may be better at something than you, but that doesn't make my life more valuable or your life more valuable than each other's or the next individual. If you're going to be uplifting the community, you need to be uplifting the community from all spectrums. A whole 360. That means compassion, love, empathy, understanding. That is the hardest notion for folks to understand. Understanding. It is easy to say, I understand. But do you understand? Do you know the meaning of understanding? Do you know what the thought process goes into understanding? That means putting yourself in that person's shoes, stepping back, not judging their life experiences, their actions, and fully hearing what they're saying and accepting them for who they are. That's understanding. That doesn't mean that you have to agree. It just means that they have a different way of viewing things. They have a different reality vision. They have a different way of living their lives, essentially. So those are the two main people that I've seen a lot, and I don't get it. It's not a competition. Someone's transition is not a competition to someone else's. That's where a lot of the hatred comes in. It's like people want to judge for how long they've been on testosterone, what's their milligrams, how much facial hair they have, how much growth they have, how they look, how they dress, how they sound, how they feel, how they act. You know, do they have a partner? Do they not have a partner? Who are they into? What's their sexuality? It's so much hatred coming from all around that you don't even know which one to tackle first. Our own internal issues going on, you know, like our own battles, our own struggles, and having to deal with that and be bombarded with all those other ones coming from the community that we're supposed to be able to go to get uplifted. It's overwhelming. It's devastating. It's catastrophic. It's damaging. It's dangerous. It's dangerous. Because if you can't turn to the community that you're supposed to be able to go to for understanding, for love, for nurture, for compassion, you know, for guidance, then who can you go to? Because you've already been castrated by other communities because they don't understand, or they don't want to understand, or they don't think you belong. You see how damaging it can be if all you're getting bombarded with is hate. All you see on Instagram and Facebook is hate and battles and other trans men talking down on other guys, the drama. It's breaking the community. You know, you can't have a community, you can't bring in the new generations if we don't have a solid foundation, positive foundation, uplifting foundation, comforting foundation, warm, welcoming foundation. We're gonna just be bringing them into a culture of hate and negativity. It's not okay. It's not okay. We need to hold ourselves accountable for how we act and what we do and what we say and how it's gonna affect the next person. If it's not something positive, then don't do it. Don't say it. Don't even feel it. Or break down the thought process. Why am I even feeling like this in the first place? Is it stemming from something that I feel? One of my actions? Is it worth directing towards the next individual? How is it going to help me? Is it positive? Am I going to have a positive outcome? If you can't answer any of those questions in a positive way, then don't do it. Don't think it. Don't say it. Don't feel it. Don't hear it. Don't smell it. We as a community, we got to do better. I as a person, I have to do better. You as a human have to do better. I don't care if you're in the community or you're not. Practicing love and compassion and empathy and understanding and kindness is what everyone needs to do. Not even just specifically in the trans community. As a human race, we need to do that. But for this video, it's very, very crucial that the trans men community knows that this is something that we seriously need to work on.